Shigano who wins the race to the back. Heck of a play by Kobe Mayo on the 3-1-4 set. Good job from Shigano getting over, too. I guess that ankle's feeling pretty good. Looks like an athlete over there, 35 years old, just getting Nathan Lucas. Terrapasso walks the ball out to the 35-year-old from Japan, Shigano. Shigano on the back of the Davis. Ferrero Jr. waits for him, standing in the righty box. 2 out, space is empty. Shigano's pitch. Ball strike. Should Shigano get class here, would continue a where the first 4 to 5 innings have not gotten much going over the last couple of games. 0-1. Hit on the ground sharply, picked up at third on the run by Rivera. Will throw across high, but a leap and a catch there by Mayo Landry in the bag. Stepping out and end the inning. Shigano has faced a minimum through 4 to 2 of the Orioles. And it's Victor Rogers Center. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Commerce Control Center, streaming on the Sportsnet app and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
When's the best time to buy a new Volkswagen? Right about
welcome everybody.
The Volkswagen Best Sales Event is here. Finance all 2025 Volkswagen models from just 0% for 24 months. Or lease the fully electric ID Buzz for 0% for up to 48 months.
Oh, very old
Get up to $1,000 Volkswagen bonus cash on select Volkswagen models. Only until September 30th. See your local VW dealer today. Conditions apply. Volkswagen. Welcome to Wayfair. Home for all things home. From sofas to spatulas, Wayfair's got everything you need to make your home way more new at a price that works for you too. Shop all things home now at wayfair.ca. Wayfair, every style, every home. Wondering how to save on your Ozempic prescription? Now there's an Ozempic savings card. Visit ozempic.ca to get yours today. Some exclusions may apply. See ozempic.ca for details. Alberta Cancer Foundation Lottery has the most cash prize choices. Win the early bird prize of a BMW convertible or $125,000. Get tickets by September 25th at albertacancerlottery.ca. Formerly Gaston Park Lottery, license number 73738, 18 plus, Alberta, and play responsibly.
This summer, stream the hits on Sportsnet Plus. Catch all the action wherever you are. A great catch, Blue Jays, U.S. News, and more. Subscribe at SportsNetPlus.ca. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball. Swinging a rocket to left field. Hayes is going back, looking on. That ball is gone. On Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Take a picture of that, send it to the office.
It's the 5th inning, and the Blue Jays still trail 2-0 to the Orioles thanks to 2 first-inning runs from Baltimore. Welcome back to Rochester.
You walked away. I was going to say we never managed to get one of you yet. But a 30-year chip guy there still hasn't found the shovel.
Blue Jays did not score until the 5th inning yesterday. Still ended up winning 0-1. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Not necessarily a habit you want to have, but 44 comeback wins for the Blue Jays, the most in baseball. They've done it consistently this year. And that's their most comeback wins in a season since 1993, when they also had 44. 1-1. High, 2 balls, 1 strike. Scherzer now at 82 pitches in the ball game, and if you look over the number of pitches for Tomoyuki Sugano, only 37 through 4 innings. 9 an inning.
That looks good for a pitcher.
2-1. Called strike, 2-2. And it's a fantastic match. 9.25. That's not to get that roll into the can't throw a quarter of a pitch. Holiday 1 for 2. Single and a run scored, also a strikeout looking. 2-2 pitch. Push it out to him. Swings again. Stands up, makes the catch with 1 hand. And there's 1 out. Another good fastball for Max Scherzer. Well located and in on the hand of Jackson Holiday. Really joining you with that pitch, but a lot of life on that 4-seamer. Velocity was 94.5. Looking pretty good so far, at least after that second, or sorry, that first. twice against Scherzer. 0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Scored in the first inning, walked again in the third, and was stranded in scoring position. 1-1 pitch. Rounding to second. Over to pick it up. Ernie Clement tosses to first to meet Beavers. 2 down. Let's go quickly to the St. Louis Cardinals out of town scoreboard. More news than scores with this one. Somebody has seen that Derek Stubble left his last start with hurt in his side. Well, ESPN's Jim Paxton has reported that the imaging on his side came back clean. That Derek Stubble plans to make his next scheduled start for the Detroit Tigers. A.J. Hinch, their manager, according to Paxton, optimistic that he can do that as well. 2 out spaces empty for the Tigers. Scherzer gets a swing from Henderson to make it 0-1. And that news relates to the Blue Jays because the Blue Jays are 1.5 up right now on the Tigers from top spot in the American League. Scherzer winds and the 0-1 pitch. Outside the plate, 1-1. And we are only 2 weeks into change from the playoffs there. Have the game today, the game tomorrow. Then they take on their final road trip this season. 7 games between the Rays and Royals. A day off, 6-1. And that's the 2025 baseball season. 1 more pitch is high and outside, 2-1. Does it seem to you like the season has gone quickly? You know, I think with baseball, yes, and then occasionally no. There are these moments in the middle of the year where we're like, man, I have not slept much. But, yeah, it really does. 2-1. Lifted to deep left field. Schneider turns around, racing back, backpedaling onto the warning track to make the catch. And then the top of the 5th inning. Credit to Scherzer after 2 out in the first. He's thrown 4 straight scoreless innings, but the Blue Jays have provided him no run support yet. 2-0 in favor of Baltimore, middle of the 5th. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Brown Rust Control Center, streaming at sportsnet.ca and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
At All-Time Door Services, we keep Calgary's businesses moving 24 hours a day. From commercial overhead doors to pedestrian entry systems,
You're allowed to stop
and right now, we're hiring. If you're an experienced overhead or pedestrian door technician, and you're ready to work hard with a Canadian family-run company that offers great wages, benefits, and respect, we would love to meet you. Let's open doors together. Apply now at allkinddoorservices.com.
Hearing well is important at every age.
Okay, class, let's open our books to page 76.
If you have kids, now's the perfect time to get them tested. Add a visit to Soundwave Hearing Care to your fall routine. Regular hearing evaluations are crucial for early detection of hearing issues and can really help your kids down the line. With an incredible team of expert audiologists, Soundwave Hearing Care is proud to create a comfortable environment for adults and kids. Find out more at soundwavehearing.com. Don't miss your chance to win big on Figure right now. Hey, this is Rick Campanelli. $500 free groceries. In this economy, don't worry, we got you. All you have to do is stream your favorite radio station or podcast on Figure for 15 minutes a day. The more you listen, the more chances you have to win. Download the free Figure app from the App Store or Google Play. Figure, speak your sound, and speak your prizes.
This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball. What you go with the 1-2 fastball. Dotted on the inner half, strike 3. On Sportsnet 960 The Fan. Blue Jays baseball is brought to you by Brown Rust Protection. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2-0 for the Orioles. Sun shining down now to pitch to Addison Barker. Waiting for a strikeout, the right-handed Tomoyuki Sugano. 0-1. 0-1 offering. Swing and a miss by Barker. Trying to hold up there on a nasty sliver in the dirt. Bread and butter pitch for Sugano gets him ahead 0-2. This inning, Barger, Schneider, Marshall, all guys who can leave the yard easily. Sugano has just not allowed a lot of hard contact so far in this game. He punched out Barger in the second. 0-2.
Sidewalk's blocked on
Just
both ends,
low.
and it just walks around it.
In fact, in the second, he was scheduled to face Barger,
Supposed to
Schneider,
cross
and
the
Marshall,
road
and
to the other
Scott
side.
struck out
It's
the
like,
side there.
fuck. No, it's a wheeled excavator.
1-2 pitch.
John Deere 190
Low, 2
wheeled
balls, 2
excavator.
strikes.
That was a good save, Madison Barger. Really nice split finger.
Come on, fatty.
Good hard split. 88 miles an hour.
Chucky,
Just
Chucky,
below that
Chucky,
strike
Chucky.
zone.
Let's go.
Two times Sawamura Award winner, Cy Young equivalent in Japan. Sugano gets into the line. And the 2-2. Lifted deep throw out. Going back Weaver. Turning at the wall.
There we
That's
go.
all he's got here for the 30th of Barger's season.
Nice. Barger got it.
Blue Jays on the board. They cut the devastating half, trailing 2-1 on again. The 20th of Barger's year of 402-foot blast to right. Actually, wasn't a terrible pitch from Sugano. It was a sweeper down and in. Might have actually been out of the strike zone, but that's happy zone for any left-handed hitter. Addison Barger just drops that barrel and hammers it over the bullpen in right field. What a swing for him. Sugano, with all the noise created by the fans, couldn't hear the pitch clock. Now he has his signal and he deals to David Schneider. Downstairs, ball 1. Addison Barger, who did not make this team out of spring training, has his first 20-homer season in the big leagues. 1-0 to Schneider. On strike. Middle down fastball, and it's 1-1.
And a lot of those home runs have been big home runs.
Love zone.
Really important home run for the Toronto Blue Jays. Gotta give him credit.
1-1. Down and away, 2-1. It's only the 5th right now, but for Barger, a lot of his numbers spike when you talk about 7th inning or later. He has a ton of good hits in those spots, despite the fact that this is his first full year in the big leagues. 2-1 pitch. Ripped to third, backhanded stop for Romero, and it drops in front of him. Let's see if that versus Schneider. Infield single. Blue Jays have something cooking here in the bottom of the 5th.
And I wonder if they're going to get that a hit. I would definitely give it a hit. It was hit very hard with a hanging sweeper. David Schneider barreled that thing up. Rivera doing a good job knocking it down, but pretty nice swing from him. No decision yet?
They have ruled it a hit. There you go. For Schneider, he's on first. Dalton Varsho up to the 5th. Goes around trying to hold up there on a check swing, but he went. It's 0-1. So Sugano punched out Barger, Schneider, Varsho in the second in order. Home run out of Barger, hit by Schneider. Once in Varsho Jr. with nobody out. 0-1. Now we'll hit 0-2. Also, as if the city is responding to the change in momentum for the Blue Jays, now the sun is shining. It's super bright, with shade covering the left field corner and deep center. Sugano from the stretch. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Splitter in the dirt gets a chase from Varsho, and there's one out here in the bottom of the 5th.
He has a really good feel for that split finger in this ball game so far. That last one might have been his best one. Getting Dalton Varsho way out in front. Good arm action. Good action on that ball. The big out in this inning, the first out with the runner at first base.
Bernie Clement to the plate. Schneider leading off first. Step on the throw of the first to that back in by David Schneider. He's only swung 2 bags in 70 games this year. First pitch to Ernie. Schneider takes off. Swing and a miss for a strike, but no throw by Coyote. Couldn't get the handle there. David Schneider does indeed steal second for his 3rd stolen base of the year.
It might have been a hit and run. There was a huge hole on the right side of the infield. Jackson Holiday, the second baseman, was shaded up the middle. So
Toby Nail is holding on David Schneider, and Rinkelman did swing at that pitch. David Schneider steals that bag with ease. Linked it out to center and deep. Going back, Cowser into the shade, near the track, makes the catch. Tagging from second, Schneider advances to third, and there are 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. Orioles 2, Blue Jays 1. Leadoff homer is just hitting by Addison Barger. It's got the Blue Jays on the board, and now only 90 feet away from tying this game is Schneider on third in conversation with Carlos Febas. And if you're David Schneider at the base, you have to be ready for something in the dirt. He loves to throw that split finger to left-handed hitters. He's thrown a few of them in the dirt so far in this ball game. Chicano to Tyler Heidemann. 0-1. We also have a younger catcher still coming along in Samuel Pisano behind the plate. 21-year-old rookie who's playing in his 21st big league game.
Heads up!
1-0. Wing it out to right center. High but not super deep. Moving forward, Cowser calls for it, makes the catch, and ends the inning. Blue Jays on the board. Addison 20th homer of the season makes it a 2-1 deficit for Blue Jays after 5 innings. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Crown Rust Control Center, streaming on the Sportsnet and Sportsnet Radio Network.
Riverman always has plans to help you with your plans. Your home, your cottage, your garage, whatever needs your attention first, check the most visited spot on our website for ready-to-order plans to get the job done with Canada's Building Center. Visit timbermart.ca.
But Martine is here to tell you about the huge XL. Free topping pizza for Pizza Pizza, just $19.99. That's a whopping 18-inch 3-cup Pizza Beauty for only $19.99. So hurry to the Pizza Pizza today and bring a big appetite for a hot and fresh pizza. I'm writing this big voice. I may just call the game this way.
Welcome everybody. Calgary, Alberta here. Oh, it's fun, Biggie.
Step-by-step instructions to convert your convertible into cash. Step 1.
What?
Pull it out of the ground or it's been sitting for 900 years. Step 2. Yep, that's it. No more steps. Alberta Auto Export. They'll buy any vehicle, any condition. All better on the spot. No hassle. Get started at albertaautoexports.com. Alberta Auto Export.
Give it a try if you have a chance.
No.
It's Toronto Ticket Baseball. Bobby winning the top there. Makes the over-the-shoulder catch on the Blue Jays. On Sportsnet 960, the Fan. From the 6th inning in downtown Toronto in a pitching change for the Blue Jays. It's brought to you by Matt Hardware, the official home improvement retailer for the Toronto Blue Jays, locally owned and genuinely innovative. Bobby is in the game for Toronto. And to the start of that first with the Blue Jays trailing 2-1 beginning this 6th. We welcome you to the Timbermark broadcast booth. I'm Ben Schulman alongside Chris Morrow. And a matchup of big guys to start this top of the 6th. Tommy Nance taking on Tyler O'Neill. Different types of big guys, though. Yes. O'Neill not as tall, but I think the last thing anyone would run into right now in this ballpark. Nance kicks it off his home. O'Neill takes outside ball 1. Arguably, though, because I wouldn't want to run into Tommy Nance either. That's true. We welcome you to the Timbermark broadcast booth. I'm Ben Schulman alongside Chris Thoreau.
I want to move over just a little bit.
1-0. Line and flat leaping in third.
Still better.
Second time he's made that catch in as many days. And there's 1 out. Now there's some shadows over there in third base. That probably made that catch a little bit more difficult than it actually was. Perfectly played down the line again. Makes the play jumping for the first out of the inning. Part of the single time in the last 3 days. Didn't get the start yesterday, but 2 days ago, climbed the ladder at third and helped Kevin Osmond to a shutout. Pitch to Samuel Basayo, gave curveball from Nance for strike one. Let's go over to the San Luis Bar and Grill out-of-town scoreboard because there is early offense for a second straight game of the Yankee-Red Sox series. 0-1. Lifted high, left center, pretty shallow. Moving in, Berger and Stein. Falls for it, makes the catch. Over in Boston at Fenway Park, the Yankees are off to another quick start. Trent Grisham hit by a pitch, grounder a double bend right, and a walk-to Aaron Judge loaded the bases with nobody out. Considering that, the score for the Yankees wasn't a huge rally, but a Cody Bellinger sac fly and Jazz Chisholm Jr. single scored 2 runs. Ryan Bayo got out of it from there. 2 outs pitch to Emmanuel Rivera. Struck the ball hit high to right. Moving forward, Lucas makes the catch. And it's the down scores brought to you by St. Louis Bar and Grill. In Toronto, it's 2-1 Orioles. Middle of the 6th. You're listening to Lucas Baseball. Brought to you by your local family-owned Crown Rust Control Center. Streaming at sportsnet.ca and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Thursday, September 25th on City TV.
My job is taking care of victims.
3 powerhouse drama. 1 exciting night.
Who's the moon?
Law and Order, SVU, and organized crime reserve.
Are we gonna let the killer walk free?
4:30 to the street. The promise is on the outset. Every case matters. Every choice has consequences. Ability to be done. Law and Order Thursday returns September 25th on City TV or stream it on City TV Plus. Alpine Dealers Network is here live with one of our superheroes. The Custers are a hockey family. Growing kids need food, and food needs a proper kitchen. Why was sent by Alpine Credits to help with a home renovation loan. I introduce these young athletes to my superhero strength protein diet. Just consult your doctor for eating 300 eggs a day. Plenty of room in that new kitchen, though. Own your home, need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credit, we're home again. Measles is very dangerous during pregnancy, increasing the risk of many severe health-related complications. If you're planning to become pregnant, make sure you have received 2 doses of the vaccine at least 1 month before conception. Don't get measles, get immunized. Visit alberta.ca/measles to find out if you're up to date and what to do if you're not. A message from the government of Alberta.
This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball. Swinging a high drive to left field. 960, the Fan.
2-1 Orioles, 5-6. Blue Jays looking to come back and tie it. Tomoyuki Sugano offers to Andres Jimenez and pops the glove on the inside edge for strike 1. Alongside Chris Moreau on bench holder. Andres Jimenez 0 for 1 in the game. 0-1 pitch. Down to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not often. You only have 1 at bat in the first 5 innings. The Blue Jays offense has not had a lot go. 2 of their 3 hits, including the 1 run, came last inning. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Sugano's been relatively dominant so far in this ball game. He's a very good pitcher, very strong pitcher out there. 2-1. Foul back to land under our feet, 2-2. Sugano is doing something right now that he's struggled with this year, which is pitching when he doesn't have a lot of support. Prior to this start, there were 7 games for him where the Orioles scored 0 to 2 runs of support for him. And he was 0-7 with 76-70 yards. Today they've only provided 2 runs, and yet he did very well for 2. Bouncer hits his second, picked up off the dirt by the pole, and he'll throw the first 1 out. And we talked about this earlier on in the ballgame, but he's doing a very good job inside the left-handed hitter. And that one right there, very good fastball, 94 miles an hour. They don't have Andres Jimenez. Very crafty pitcher, the 35-year-old Sugano. 8 times pitch to George Springer. He's broken that flare down in center on base hit. Split Holiday and Henderson in the middle perfectly, not hit hard at all. But Springer will take it for a one-out knock.
I might be wrong saying this, but did Henderson have a shot at that ball?
From our angle, maybe, but I would like to see another angle just because we're a little bit off-center.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can warp it.
He's the good baseball Like and subscribe, everybody. Welcome.
And Henderson.
This concrete bucket is designed for picking up concrete. I'm doing dirt
Logano
right
stepping off before his first pitch.
It's designed to be able to use 1 2s at a time if I need to.
One out,
Either
2
side.
Orioles, bottom of the fifth.
And for picking up concrete. But even just for little things like
The
this,
pitch.
I need to be able to get into some
Ball dive, ball one. Good night at Springer. Gets going here at first base. 15 stolen bases to end this season. They run off the side of a couple times in the series. The Orioles captured. Here's 1-0. Pretty quick there, and it's foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. It looked like Springer wanted to go over there at first base. He shuffled just a little bit, and I think that he got caught in between. But Dinsky, first base coach, is in the ear right now. They're probably talking about what they want to do. But Dinsky constantly gives times to home to the runners. 1-1. Swing and miss, 1-2. Especially for a veteran like Springer. He's got a lot of license over whether he goes or not. He does not need a signal to take off, and you understand why he's 16 for 16 stealing bases this year. 1-2. Rounding towards short. Picks up Henderson. Runs for the back for 1. Throws to first in time for an inning-ending 6-3. The home play. 2-1 Orioles headed to the 7th. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball brought to you by Rollins family-owned Brown Rusty Steel Center. Streaming on the Sportsnet app and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Do you know what's filling music to your ears? The sound of dinner being made in your freshly updated kitchen. And this could be your dinner reality too, with help from Home Hardware. During the Bring Fall Home Sale, you can save 20% off select cabinetry and countertops. And save 25% on Canadian-made Home Signature Paint and Wood Shield Sets today. Earn and redeem 15 plus points at the Bring Fall Home Sale. Only at Home Hardware and Building Center. Protect your waste and recover your equipment from costly repairs. With a custom maintenance plan, optimize your waste system performance and longevity with Metro Compact Your Service. They got you covered coast to coast with the largest service fleet in Canada. Their innovative MySmart technology can remotely diagnose, troubleshoot, and monitor equipment health in real time. For on-demand responsive service, sales, rentals, and extended warranty for all your waste equipment. Visit MetroCompactor.com. MetroCompactor.com. How do we craft tires specifically designed for Canadian weather conditions? We journey alongside them and ignore the unexpected challenges the road throws at them. Winter is approaching quickly. Choose your partner. Turn every drive into a challenge. Stay safe. All weekend. Until November 30th, receive up to $100 back when you purchase 4 eligible Yokohama tires. Stay in control and drive with confidence. Choose Yokohama. Made precisely for you. Hi, this is Tyler Heineman, and you're listening to Toronto Blue Jays Baseball.
I know my grade in my eyes. Sebastian.
For Toronto and pitching games brought to you by Home Partner. The group of retailers, one Toronto Blue Jays, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. A whopping 11 days late in between outings for Eric Lauer. Last pitch on this
I don't know why they're fucking with it.
Like, Montana comes on here from bottom third in Orioles order with Baltimore leading Toronto 2-1. Top of the 7th. Left on left matchup to begin the outing. He faces Colt Hauser in the pitch. He's called for a strike at 93, top of the zone. Fastball looked like a dart, 83 miles an hour. An explosion on the head. Like you mentioned, 11 days off, so he's probably feeling pretty fresh. In the line is the one. Broken bat roller to first. Vladdy picks it up, calls off Lauer, and steps on the base. 1 out. Senator basically said we have to get him in to a game. Okay. They were trying to get him in, I think, recently, but game situations, they've led themselves to a spot where they need length from a guy like Lauer. When you use the long guy in a non-long situation, you're always thinking, well, what if we need him tomorrow? What if we need him on Monday? Eventually, you just have to use him. It is bad juju, but then you end up 10 games to become used. Right. Now pitch to Dylan Carlson, which returns around to his right. Jason high, ball 1. Ground out to second and a line out to third base. One of the layer out. Ball strike, check swing, and then this look a little outside. It's 1-1. 2-1 over. 1 out to second. Motion in the pitch. Left center field. He is desperate David Johnson. Moves over to the makes the count. 2 outs in his 7th inning. A 7th inning that's brought to you by Shelby Power Nitro Plus. 1 horse per vehicle. Try Shelby Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline. Fueling every drive. For the fuel, like no other. Well, so far, in this outing, and that's a small sample size, just 2 batters. Exactly what he needs to do coming out of that bullpen. Throwing strikes, getting quick outs, exactly where it is. The Orioles still leading on the back of their 2 first-inning runs. 2-1 Baltimore, the pitch to Kobe Mayo. Outside, ball 1. Mayo 1 for 2, a single to center, and a strikeout swinging. Hitting below 200 with a lot of power for the big right-handed hitter. 1-0. Ball strike on the inner half. Hunter just flipped the black. 1-1. Lauer winds and delivers. And it's a changeup low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pretty good changeup. Just missed the strike zone. Good arm action. Good speed. 86 miles an hour. About 7 miles an hour slower than that fastball. 2-1. Swing and a man selected a hammer curveball and Mayo moves it forward 2-2. We had questions about what he would look like after 10 days off, 11 days off, but looks pretty solid so far. John Snyder had mentioned he's structured it towards part of the team. He did not want Lauer fading away because of what he did inside under that bullpen. Left-handers 2-2 pitch to Kobe Mayo. And they got him. Strike 3 looking on a fastball. 1-2-3 inning for Lauer. And his return to the hill. 2-1 Orioles in the 7th inning stretch. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Crown Rush Control Service. Rating at sportsnet.ca and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Your business runs 24/7. But what happens when your loading mount grinds to a halt? Get back in business fast with Bagley Overhead Doors and Docks. Your overhead door problem is our problem, and we're good at fixing problems. Repairing your overhead door, dock, or have truck restraints that require service? No problem. We also offer preventative maintenance inspections to eliminate the chaos and expense of unplanned emergencies. Bagley Overhead Doors and Docks, trusted for over 60 years. Visit BagleyOverheadDoors.com today. Which Lily Dogger are you? You go approach today, swagger, and style. You could be a Ricky Clinton. Maybe you're an architect. Stacking your Lily Dogs up high. Do you walk into the ballpark with the confidence of an MVP? Then you're the most valuable dog. This season at Rogers Center. Every Tuesday home game is Lily Dogs night. Presented by Schneider. No matter which Lily Dogger you are, you'll have the opportunity to purchase $1 hot dogs from various concession stands around the ballpark. Lily Dogs night. Presented by Schneider. Every Tuesday home game. For tickets, visit BlueJays.com.
What a break. Son, man, little umbrellas in my drink.
Canyon will hook you up with a brand new energy-efficient model before the cold hits. Book your full checkup for a new furnace installation with Canyon Plumbing and Heating. Call today for a free quote. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball. Slow round again in second. Oh, it's on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Welcome to the Timber Barn broadcast crew. I'm Ben Silver alongside Chris Wilbur, Joe Ali, our host, Nick Blackmore, our producer, Tom Young, and Derek Brindale, our technical directors, as we get ready to resume action in Toronto in the bottom of the seventh. 2-1. The Orioles leading right now over the Blue Jays. New pitcher for Baltimore after 6 strong innings. Tomoyuki Sugano, Rico Garcia is into the game in a pitching change brought to you by Home Hardware, the official home improvement retailer for the Toronto Blue Jays, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. Garcia, a 31-year-old right-hander from Honolulu. In his 5th major league season, the Hawaiian faces Guerrero, Barger, and Schneider in this inning. The pitch to Black. Low ball 1. Even after his 0 for 2 start to this day, Black scored 20 for his last 39. 1-0. On the end of the bat, a single liner down in right center field, a base hit. But Guerrero rounds first with a leadoff base hit in this bottom of the 7th, and the tying run is on for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, he didn't hit it all that hard, and that's exactly what he was trying to do. Go the other way, shoot that big hole. Jackson Holliday, the second baseman, actually shaded towards the middle, so there was a big hole on the right side. Vladimir Guerrero shoots that hole to perfection.
Addison Barker, forward in the 5th, up right now, representing a go-ahead run in the 7th. Garcia kicks it off first. First pitch high and outside, ball 1. Rico Garcia making his 24th appearance of the year, 3.25 ERA. Split between time with the Mets, Yankees, and Orioles. Righties 1-0. Down and in 2-0. Four-seamer curve, slider change for Garcia. It's played by the Orioles after being DFA'd for a 3rd time this year, played by them on August 2nd. 2-0. Ball strike, 95 on the other 3rd.
Look at these numbers that Garcia had with the Mets. 8 games, 12 and 2/3 innings, 7 hits allowed, 16 strikeouts based on balls, 2.13 ERA, and he was designated for assignment.
Twice by the Mets, and my man of a month. My goodness. One pitch outside, ball 3.
With numbers like that, he should be the setup guy.
Small and behind Barger, 3-1. Flatty on first to the pitch. Popped up foul back behind the plate on a play, pulled down. It's into a beautiful day for baseball, by the way. Clouds have parted almost entirely. Just a couple streaks of white fluffy clouds hanging over right field.
Did he pull him forward?
Sun shining down, I should say, on the right side of the field. And the Blue Jays looking to brighten their outlook. They've trailed since the top of the 1st. But they're only down by a run right now. 2-1 Orioles. Full count. And the pitch to Barton.
Needs to go around the fucking corner.
Outside, ball 4. Walk by Barger. Long take there, but a good one. First and second, no out.
You almost have to wonder if Barger was fooled by that fastball. Really good pitch. Might have clipped the outside corner of that Black at 96 miles an hour. Great hit from Garcia. An even better hit from Addison Barger.
Before David Schneider gets Samuel Desayo goes out to talk to his new pitcher Garcia. Garcia just entered in this game when the Blue Jays trailed 2-1. As we check on the St. Louis Cardinals out-of-town scoreboard, Rays are looking to walk up a victory over the Cubs, despite Anthony Rizzo recently retired being in the crowd in a Cubs jersey. It is the road Rays who have made a comeback to lead 5-4, going to the bottom of the 9th. Nick Cortez, a relatively new rate. Go ahead over to the top of the 9. Pitch to Schneider. Outside, ball 1. Our out-of-town scores brought to you by St. Louis Barn Road. 2-1 Orioles. Bottom of the 7th in Toronto. First and second, nobody out. The 1-0. Ball strike. Pitches at the top of the zone. A big grab second by Casayo. Well, getting back there easily was fine. 1-1. Black actually staring at Casayo right now for both of his arms up in the air. Not going anywhere. With his operating card out. 1-1. Whoa, 2 balls and 1 strike. David Schneider with one of the 4 Blue Jays hits in this game. Pardon me, one of the 5 had a single in the 5th. Next pitch, down and away, ball 3. Not too antsy for another hit here. And Henry's working himself into a 3-ball, 1 strike count. That's a really great take there. Obviously, in a 2-1 count, you might be thinking something hard, something in the strike zone. Garcia threw it down below. Good pitch, but then now the 3-1.
Jays are losing 2-1 right now. But they got 2 on and 1 out.
Wade lunging off third. 2 outs and the 2-2. Swing and an inside 3.
Never mind. We got a double play there.
And after the Blue Jays started the bottom of the 7th with a hit and a walk, they do not score. Leave 1 on and still trail 2-1 and into the 8th. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned.
How much grass are you trying to take out?
On the Sportsnet app and the
Yeah,
Sportsnet
but I already took out 8 inches.
This summer, bring the hit on 1 minute plus. Wherever you are, Blue Jays.
Like that's... I got so way too far. Way too far.
Pieces are available for delivery and pay
takeout, ready for an evening out? Enjoy a relaxing meal in the dining room or an exciting night in one of the adjoining pubs. Either way, Tom's House of Pizza is where pizza lovers feel at home. With their unique thin-crust recipe and the highest quality ingredients, Tom's House of Pizza is pizza made to perfection. Since 1963, for pub lineups and more info, follow Tom's Pizza on social media.
Make your home way more you. No matter your life or budget, Wayfair got every style for every home. Modern? Check. Classic? Check. Coastal with a hint of boho? Check. Shop now at wayfair.ca. Wayfair, every style, every home.
A chilly morning without heat? Not fun. A hot afternoon without AC? Less fun. A shower without hot water? Enough said. Good thing Arby's knows all about furnaces, air conditioners, and hot water tanks. For over 60 years, Arby's Heating and Plumbing has been Calgary's choice for whole home comfort. With no shortcuts, ever. Younger faster? No one is faster. Arby's Heating and Plumbing. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball. Guerrero charges the ball down the right field line. On Sports at 960, the fan. Blue Jays trailing the Orioles 2-1 at Rogers Center. And Eric Lauer back out for Toronto. His pitch to Jackson Holiday called a strike. 0-1. We'll take a peek at the out-of-town scoreboard and then look over to the standings as well, see how everything shapes up. First, though, the 0-1 pitch, Lauer to Holiday. Down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's almost 3 o'clock.
One pitch into
What we're gonna do
ball,
next?
strike, 1-2.
Take a break?
On the St. Louis Farnsville out-of-town scoreboard, still 2-0 for the Yankees over the Red Sox. That game at the bottom of second. And the Rays are leading the Cubs 5-4 bottom 9, but the Cubs threatening. 1-2. Foul back by Holiday, ball and 2 strikes.
Well, on to the next one, I guess.
Comes down for Lenny Brown on base, and Michael Bush out that play right now, looking to walk it off against Tampa Bay. Blue Jays trailing 2-1 at the top of the 8th. Base is empty, no outs, and a pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. Tons of movement on the curve to strike out Holiday, 1 out.
Well, he looks really sharp. The fastball's been up to 95 miles an hour. And then he just flips that really nice breaking ball in there to get Holiday way out in front. Big strikeout for him for the first out of the inning. But Eric Lauer doesn't look like a guy that's got 10 days off. He's looking sharp.
What are we doing?
To the Blue Jays end. 1 out, base is empty. Pitch to Dylan Pierce. Inside with a curveball, 1. So we looked at some of the
way, I guess.
St. Louis Farnsville out-of-town scoreboard. Now we go to the standings, brought to you by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app.
Still got all that shit.
Find out why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 19 plus, play responsibly.
No
Ontario
concrete's
only.
here. Fuck, they're
1-0
pouring that
pitch
shit right
outside,
there.
2-0. Blue Jays 85 and 62. Yankees
Holy
3 back.
crap, are there a lot of us here? I bet you we got
65.
60
Red
guys
Sox
just
4
right
half
here.
behind. They're 81 and 67. Rays
Somebody
72 and
must have a
75, 13 back.
motherfucking checkbook.
The
The Orioles
Orioles
playing
16 back, 69 and 78.
I can't imagine what the hourly cost of us today is. Like,
Force field around the
$25,000 an hour.
He's over 1. And now he's a big way for the third walk of the game. 3-0 pitch. Ball strike.
oh, there's grass there.
Tony Manzolino, interim manager for the Orioles, has pointed the approach on Cardinal receivers. And I think ever since he looks like an old guy in a lot of ways. He didn't come in overly aggressive. And I'm pretty patient and that's individuals. 3-1. Down and away ball 4. He'll take his third walk of the game. And it's really tough as a young hitter to come in and not be overly aggressive because you're trying to do too much. There's a lot of pressure on you to perform. You don't want to go back to AAA. You want to stay in that big league lineup. So credit to him for having that veteran approach at the plate. Obviously, he takes another walk in this league.
3 walks today, 4 walks and a hit in 2 games so far for Beavers. On first with 1 out, and Henderson calls a strike. 0-1. Left-handed hitter Gunnar Henderson, 2 for 3 in the game with a double and a single. Lauer, a southpaw, looks to first, makes an offers. Henderson gets it on the ground, shuffling right. Barker throws it first, throws the second one. And then is the first down inside. Fielder's choice gets the lead runner. Bobbled a little by Barker, and he had to work forward third. So it's going to be a tough play anyway. Fielder's choice, Henderson down to first for 2 out.
Yeah, it wasn't a great throw to second base either. Split second to get that ball out of his glove. Not a great throw to second base. And as soon as those two things happen, you're not getting Henderson at first base.
Because of that, Eric Lauer's day is done here. Tom Snyder trying to keep it at a 1-run deficit. Will go into his bullpen with the right-hander Tyler O'Neill scheduled to hit next. It's a pitching change brought to you by Home Hardware, the official home improvement retailer for the Toronto Blue Jays, locally owned and genuinely Canadian. Runner on first, 2 outs, 2-1 Orioles top the 8th. Let's go to today's host. Here's Joe Ali.
And let's check out that St. Louis Bar and Grill out of town.
Oh, like and subscribe, everybody. David, Sugar Acre.
Early final, this game just quarterfinal a couple minutes ago. The Rays beating the Cubs 5-4, the game-winning run in the top of the 9th inning for Tampa, coming off the bat of Nick Fortes, a solo shot off of Brad Keller, his 5th home run of the year. Pete Fairbanks was, despite a walk to Anthony Swanson in the bottom of the 9th inning, 2 walks actually from Pete Fairbanks. He looked at Michael Busch and Ian Happ swinging. So that's how that game ends. 5-4, the Rays win. Of course, the Blue Jays will head down to Florida on Monday for the first of 4.
Oh, I guess I'm probably going to go do that.
The remaining 15 or 14 games after today. Other games are
Do asphalt, or are we just going to slam that one on there?
I think we're just going to the Red Sox, Miami Marlins, and then put 2-0. 0 Pirates and the Nationals in the top of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 2nd inning, infield is clean, and that's currently showing zeros against the Texas Rangers.
So asphalt on you
fighting
then?
for playoff positioning right now. The Rangers fighting to get into the wild card race. A little later on, in about an hour's time, we'll get Royals at Phillies and White Sox at Guardians. And of course, later on,
I'm glad I'm allowed to have a suicide dog on this thing.
The AL wildcard race.
I don't know what I do
The
without it.
Angels will take on the Seattle Mariners. Blue Jays baseball, as always, brought to you by Crown Rust Protection. Let's get you back to the action here at the Rogers
grab
Center.
that alleyway,
Anthony
too.
Dominguez now on the mound in relief. With the call, here's Ben Schulman and Chris Rivers.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Sorry, Dingo. I don't speak that language. Hey, Chevy, how you doing today, bud?
Back again. The guy back in there by Gunnar Henderson. Tyler O'Neill is the hitter, and this is power on power to make us high 90s with the
I'm getting closer to the end of the day here, at least.
some of the longest home runs in all
What
of
is it?
baseball.
Ooh, 3:01, 2 more hours.
Ball strike, 96, probably outside, but it's 0-1. With the help of a leaping catch in the 6th inning by Addison Barger, Blue Jays pitching and steps O'Neill quiet. He's 0-3.
He's gonna go for a full send. Oh, attaboy, Romez. Fucking nice.
For 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Jays are playing no doubles. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is really close to the
It's
first
only
base
illegal
tag.
if you
Addison
get
Barger,
caught.
as he did the last time O'Neill was up, was maybe about 3 or 4 feet from that foul line on the third base side.
That's how you drive a fucking The other truck driver would be sitting here for 5
The call.
Now we're waiting for the other truck to come back to dump the dirt. Load him with the concrete. This line is driving me fucking nuts.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Tyler O'Neill doesn't run as well as he used to. I don't think he beats that out, even if Tyler Hanneman comes up with that baseball. He really couldn't play too much better than that swinging ball.
Hey, Jojo. Welcome, everybody.
Snyder at the warning track is off the head and down on the curve. They just score Henderson. Stop sign for O'Neill. Vasayo into second with an RBI double, and it's 3-1 Orioles in the top of the 8th. How about Vasayo showing that power?
Sorry?
Showing why he was such a big prospect for the Baltimore Orioles before getting called up. The hanging split finger up. Actually a bad location. It was on the outside part of the plate, but Vasayo just goes the other way and misses the home run by about 10 feet, hitting it off the wall out there in left field. 3-1 Orioles lead now. Second and third, 2 outs. Infield back in the pitch to Rivera.
Oh man, I'm tougher now.
Outside, sprawling stop there by
Keep hitting that like button. Up to 170 now.
Ball 1. That run will be started to Eric Lauer. Blue Jays fan entering this game had allowed only 2 earned runs in 19 2/3 September 5th. They've still been solid today. 1 out. Ball strike, 1-1.
Truck shouldn't be long. He's got to go across the street and turn off.
On the Henderson grounder.
Oh, yeah, the safety. This is a nice easy piece at least. Good fucking easy one.
We know greatness starts with a great rest. That's the beauty of
Thanks,
sleep.
Herbie.
It fuels focus and sharpens performance.
Oh, that put us up against anybody for
Rise to shine. Andy
pretty big
mattresses are
company.
proud
They have a lot of
in
fucking
Canada. And
concrete.
right now, take $150 off for a limited time.
I would like to run into
Shop now
another
at
company that
ND.com.
does this. I've
Terms and conditions apply.
never even seen another company run one of these style machines. Seen great alls and stuff, but I'll blow their fucking doors right off.
They've got you covered coast to coast with the largest service fleet in Canada. Their innovative iSmart technology can remotely diagnose, troubleshoot, and monitor equipment health in real time.
Oh, let's get this Saturday over with. Hopefully the ball game lasts for another hour and keep me
Visit
entertained.
MetroCompactor.com. MetroCompactor.com. Imagine a busy classroom. Now imagine it if no one was willing to teach. Here's the reality.
Relax when you can, no.
Teachers in the profession, and to attract new people to an increasingly challenging job. Pay for teachers has fallen far behind inflation and cost of living. With fair wages, we can keep the ones
Well,
we have.
keep subscribing. We've been pushing 40,000 subscribers now, so
Because a fair deal for
you're all
teachers
joining
is a
it.
good deal
Here's my
for kids.
fucking lighter.
Message from the Alberta Teachers Association. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball.
2-2. Cut the next strike 3. Back-to-back K's fifth on Sportsnet 960.
Oh, that's fucking disappointing.
Copyright broadcast is presented by Authority of Rogers Blue Jays Baseball Partnership. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Rogers Blue Jays Baseball Partnership or the Sportsnet Radio.
Were you running like a twist, Frank, or a swivel, or a rototilt, or whatever the hell they want to? So I'd like to see somebody with like a comparable machine. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but I'd like to see what some other company somewhere else that has no ties to us. How did they figure out how to do it? Never hurts to learn some new ideas. So. Pretty niche work. Hey, William Brody. Oh.
Clement's on, and that brings the tying run to the plate for the Blue Jays.
Good start for the Toronto Blue Jays. Ernie Clement doing a good job getting the hands through and getting the barrel to that baseball. A tough fastball in off the plate. Really nice job from him. The Blue Jays have to score a run in this inning. You want to cut that deficit to 1.
You know what
Blue
it
Jays
is.
will bring in a new hitter off the bench into the game. Ty France pinch hits for Tyler Heineman. 1 home run in a Blue Jays.
That's what I always figured, Frank. I just can't. I've been doing this a while, and I've tried a bunch of different shit that didn't work. So I invented a lot of this stuff myself, certain techniques, but the setup was here before me. I just changed it to my style of operating. Oh, it's a fun job. I prefer it to dig and ditch and loading trucks. Much prefer it. I got a crew of people that have to do everything around me, and I get to just sit in the machine and have at it. I agree, Dingo. And the pay ain't so bad either, so it's not like I have to do it for fucking shits and giggles and because I'm a nice guy. I wish there was a translate thing while I'm freaking watching. When I'm at home and have it up on my computer, I can translate all the chats, but on the live I can't. Oh, we do saw cutting and everything. Back in the day, I guess they didn't have to separate. So they just mixed the grass, the asphalt, and the concrete all into one fucking truck and just sent it. Must have been a hot mess in the dump. We gotta separate everything now, so. Oh, that's good to hear, man. Haven't been able to figure out any way that I can do it faster, so. Ouch.
Are the Blue Jays going to pinch hit for Addison Barger? Well, doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So I would guess they would. Yeah, but you get the left-on-left matchup, although the bases are loaded, and you got the guy that still hits for power, so
It looks like they're going to pitch to Black.
yeah.
Second base is open. It's Kirk on first, Springer on third. They can't run for Kirk because they already lifted Heineman, so they need Kirk to catch. So he is the go-ahead on first base. Pitch to Black. Inside, almost hit him with the first pitch fastball. Ball one. Black will lead work through the right side. Last inning, he came up with his first hit of the game. If he does that again, we'll be tied. 1-0 pitch. Ball strike. Perfect breaking ball. Around the edge on the outside corner. 1-1. The 1-1. High, 2 balls, 1 strike. Right side of that infield. Wide open right now. We saw Vladimir Guerrero go the other way in his last at-bat for a base hit. Yeah, hauling into second baseman behind the bag. First inning held on at first. 2-1. Three. They might be pitching around Flash here, even if they weren't intentionally walking.
Yeah, I said that last night. It's a risky play to pitch around somebody with a runner at third, specifically a tying run of the ball game in the 8th inning, because you risk a wild pitch in that situation.
Springer on third. Kirk on first. 2. And the 3-1. High and outside, ball 4. 5-pitch, 1.
Yeah, they wanted nothing to do with Vladimir Guerrero. You got it falling behind in that at-bat.
And Addison Barger will not hit in this spot. The Jays are going to make a change to a guy who was a hero for them in their Houston series.
You hit a home run.
Dan kind of Boletta, the right-handed batter, is in for a left-handed hitter. And Addison Barger with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
I like the power of Addison Barger. I think this is the right move.
You got Paul Roberts hitter in, and a single probably gives you a good chance at the lead. It'll tie it for sure. Go-ahead run is Kirk on second, Springer the tying run on third, and the pitch. Foul back.
And with Kirk standing at second base, you probably have to get that base hit closer to the gas or maybe down the line. Anything right at an outfielder, he's probably not scoring.
3-2 Orioles, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. And the 0-1. Hit on the ground right side at the first baseman Mayo, who gathers it up and goes to the bag. Check and the inning. Blue Jays get it back to within 1, a run on 3 hits. But they leave the bases loaded and we go to the 9th with the Orioles on 3-2. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Crown Rush Control Center, streaming at sportsnet.ca and the Sportsnet Network.
Hey out there, Steve here with Hope Street Property Management. Almost every day, we hear from Hope Street satisfied armchair landlord clients. Kibble and Mike.
Yeah, there were lots of problems with the home zone, so we handed the property management over to Hope Street. Since then, it's been like night and day. And we've actually referred you to family friends.
Become an armchair landlord with Hope Street Property Management. Visit hopestreet.ca for your free online rental evaluation.
From twitchy terror syndrome?
No, I just need money.
What about recent headline headache?
No, I just need money.
Oozing sores of uncertainty?
Bro, no, I just need money.
Need money? Sell your vehicle with Alberta Auto Export. They don't have why, they just buy. Any vehicle, any condition, for top dollar on the spot with no hassle. Get started at AlbertaAutoExport.com. Alberta Auto Export. Let it go. Get the dough.
Calgary Health Foundation Hospital Home Lottery is where luxury becomes your lifestyle. Win the $3.3 million grand prize show home and Bears Farm by Bristol Creek Homes, along with $100,000 with over 5,000 square feet of modern style. Designed by two-story green room with floor-to-ceiling windows, lower-level houses, and rooms for your living space. Buy now at CalgaryHospitalHomeLottery.com. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball. A pinch hit two-run double for Ernie Black. And the Blue Jays have blown it open on Sportsnet 960 The Fan.
The 9th inning is brought to you by Shell V-Power Nitro Plus. Want more from right now. Rated pitching change. Great pitcher off for a second straight day. And Fisher takes the bottom 30 in the order. He starts right on left against Colton Towson. The pitch. Breaking ball for strike one. Alongside Chris LaRue on bench, Schulman, the pitching change brought to you by Old Hardware, the official home retailer for the Toronto Blue Jays, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. Next pitch high, 1-1. On a pitch probably inside, but he'll take it instead of 2-1. It's 1-2. A lot of defensive changes for the Blue Jays. We'll get to those in a moment. 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss. Strike 3. Tied him up on the slider. And there's one out. Probably not where you want that pitch, but Drake Fisher will take it with an elevated slider. They wanted that thing actually below the strike zone, but Colton Towson swings right through it for a big first out of the inning. Dylan Carlson playing down for the Orioles in the pitch. Ball strike 0-1. Defensively now for the Blue Jays, Kirk is behind the plate. He came in mid-time and was lifted last inning. IKF came in to hit. He goes into second, and Clement slides from second and third to cover Barger. 0-1 pitch. All high, 1-1 strike. And then Lucas was taken out when Kirk came in to hit. So Miles Strawn has been brought into the game. Strawn takes over and right. 1-1. Hit sharply to second. IKF down to the knee. Picks it up, throws on to first. 2 outs. So the scheduled hitters for Toronto. Only that is Joey Lupita. And no action in the Oriole pen, so I imagine it's Keegan Aiken again for the bottom of the ninth. Feature to Kobe Mayo. Slider down to the way, ball 1. And I would imagine with Keegan Aiken still in the ballgame, he will not see Joey Lupita in this ballgame. Probably not. Given that Lupita hits left and Aiken throws them. Next pitch, slider on the edge, strike 1. They have pitched well enough to win a game again. The pitching has been very solid on this homestand. The offense has been a bit more spotty. 1-1 pitch, though, is lifted high and deep to left field, and that ball is gone. Home run, Kobe Mayo right on cue. It is 4-2 for the Orioles in the top of the ninth. Yeah, Kobe Mayo hits his 8th home run of the ball game. A good swing from him, a hanging breaking ball. He laid it back and absolutely demolished that thing to left field. 108 miles an hour off the bat, 403 feet, just beyond that left field fence. And a big run for the Orioles, who packed on now 1 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th, so they get 4-2. Holiday up in the pitch. High outside, ball 1. Empty, top of the 9th inning. Next base is high, 2 balls, no strikes. The Blue Jays need him right. Rocky is up and throwing in the Blue Jays pen right now. Sails to the backstop, ball 3. Yeah, just a curveball slipped out of his hand. 3-0 now. Fisher standing on the mound of Jackson Holiday. Holiday backs out and takes 96 over the plate for strike 1.
That's hurt. What's going on, people?
Fisher takes his time. Now he's
Thanks, Eddie. We're here in Calgary, Alberta.
Righty's 3-1.
This is a John Deere 190 wheeled excavator. a concrete bucket and a wrist on it, or a swivel wheel.
One run allowed the Cynic, but Fisher trying to keep the deficit at
He's
2.
gonna go and dump.
Look out pitch.
We are gonna
Hey,
go
Peter.
through the asphalt with roomies around it, from the corner, send them away, and then we'll work on this guy.
Bouncing out. 330. Not bad. So I need to go where? Probably there. Go around this way or go?
Either way, I'll make it around. Promise to be around the corner.
He was there, but I don't know where he is now. He was sitting there, but
Walk in and left, I don't see it now.
yeah, I'll just circle around. Go for the drive.
Here's his 18th. A foul with curveball middle of the zone, and it's 0-2. Mr. Twist to look at first where Holiday's leading off. And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. Rookie is ready if the Blue Jays need him. I'd imagine he'll come in if this inning continues past Beavers. The 1-2, Holiday off from first. Pitch is high ball. Throw down to second. That's a gun. Holiday caught stealing. Orioles won a second year case. They challenge. Tony then, so we don't look back. Still looking, and they will not challenge caught stealing. That's the top of the ninth. Mail home run adds to the lead for the Orioles. 4-2 Baltimore, middle of the ninth. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Crown Rust Control Center, streaming at sportsnet.ca, the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Timber Mart, locally owned, proudly Canadian. Your home team advantage with the right materials and the right price. Project know-how that's brought together a wealth of plans and solid advice. Trust your team at your locally owned Timber Mart. Timber Mart always has plans to help you with your plans. Your home, your cottage, your garage, whatever needs your attention first, check the most visited spot on our website for ready-to-order plans to get the job done with Canada's Building Center. Visit timbermart.ca. At Crown Rust Control Center, protection runs deep because every Crown Rust Control Center is owned by a local family who cares beyond business. Your Crown Rust Control Center is 100% committed to their product, to you, to their community, which is your community. Protecting you and what matters to you is equally important as protecting your vehicle. Did you know your vehicle rough faster in warm weather? Protect your vehicle today. For a special summer offer, find your local family-owned Crown Rust Control Center at crown.com.
This is a
Hi,
problem.
this is Jeff Huffman, and you're listening to Toronto Blue Jays Baseball on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Welcome back to Blue Jays Baseball. Show Ali with you as the Blue Jays trail the Orioles 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning here at the Rogers Center. Don't forget, we do have Jays Talk this afternoon. Ben Nicholson-Smith is here at the Rogers Center with me. We will take your calls and your texts. I will throw out the numbers to call after the final out. You can text us as well, 590-590, name and location. You can shoot us some text right now if you like. That's the People's Text line. It is always open. Standard data and messaging rates may apply. Blue Jays Baseball is brought to you by Crown Rust Protection. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning here at the Rogers Center with a call of Jason Shelburne and Chris Stewart.
Thank you very much, Joe. Blue Jays trail 4-2. Keegan Aiken still on the hill for the Orioles, looking for a 4-out save, and he'll start with Davis Schneider. Lefty Aiken sets at his stomach in the pitch. Hit foul, 0-1. Aiken has saved 5 games on the year and 8 in his 6-season Major League career. 0-1. Hit high in the air, right center field and deep. Counter back at the warning track. Makes the catch about a foot or two in front of the fence. And there's one out. That's more hard contact to the track, but nothing to show for it for the Wizards.
Sider just missed that pitch. It was a hanging changeup. He did a good job waiting back and going the other way. Hit the home run by about 5 feet out there in right center.
The Jays need a base runner here. They get one on, then they can tie the game at any time. Dalton Varsho is up for the Blue Jays. One out base is empty in the pitch. Varsho squares to Bunt, tracks it with him. Aiken off the mound, bare hand, and throws it away down the right field line. Varsho taking off for second, and he'll get in there with a bunt hit and an error to put him in scoring position. You don't see that as often these days from Dalton Varsho, but when he needs it most, he can still punch himself on.
I mean, it was perfectly placed. He knows it's a matchup. Left on left. He knows the Orioles were not expecting him to do that. What a smart play from him. He ends up at second base here with one out in this inning.
And I think he has knocked Keegan Aiken out. Yennier Cano got up early in this inning, and I think he's about to come into this game here. As Tony Mansolino walks toward the hill, it's pitching change. Brought to you by Home Finder, the official home improvement retailer for the Toronto Blue Jays. Locally owned, genuinely Canadian. 4-2 Orioles, runner on second, one out. Cano coming in. Let's go to today's host, Chris Schreiber.
Thanks, man. Let's continue checking on that St. Louis Bar and Grill out-of-town scoreboard. Still 3-0 for the Yankees over the Red Sox. This game's going to the top of the 5th inning at Fenway Park in Boston. We were looking at that perfecto hit from Bubba Chandler, but it is over. This game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chandler came out and more or less immediately gave up a single to Dylan Cruz. There was an RBI single from Robert Hassel III as well. So the Nationals actually leading right now 1-0. This game's in the bottom of the 7th inning with Washington coming up bad. Bubba Chandler out of this game after 6 innings of work. Elsewhere in the world of sports, by request from CFL Stores, the Argos taking on the Elks at BMO Field in Toronto. But right now, the Boatmen are trailing the Elks 27-21 with about 5.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Of course, earlier in the week, Tom Young's podcast beat the Blue Bombers 32-21. The Lions. The Black Celtics 38-27 later tonight. In about 90 minutes, we'll get Alouettes Rough Riders at 7 p.m. for Pacific. In the NFL, Week 2 gets going, or at least continues, tomorrow with the bulk of the games going tomorrow. The 49ers have officially said quarterback Brock Purdy is out for 2 to 3 games at a minimum. Mac Jones is scheduled against the Saints. The Bills will be without defensive tackle Ed Oliver this weekend against the Jets. He has an ankle injury and was seen in a walking boot. He'll likely be out multiple weeks, while the Chiefs have officially said Xavier Worthy is out for the Super Bowl rematch with the Eagles. Worthy, they said, does not require surgery as of right now when it comes to that dislocated shoulder he suffered in-game at the hands of teammate Travis Kelce. Blue Jays baseball, as always, brought to you by Crown Rust Protection. Let's get you back to the action here at the Rogers Center. With the call, here's Ben Schulman and Chris.
Thank you very much, Joe. Into the game for the Orioles. Yennier Cano is now on looking for the save. Funky Cuban sinker baller who throws mostly that sinker, also a slider, change, and four-seamer from the right side. Cano with a 5 ERA just about in 60 innings. Faces Ernie Clement. Varsho on second. The pitch. Down and in, ball 1. Clement is the tying run with the Blue Jays trailing 4-2 and a runner on base. Cano's 1-0. Sweeper backed up Clement and then dropped into the zone for a strike. 1-1. This has been one of the tougher years in the big leagues for Yennier Cano. 1-1 pitch. line, and down base in left field. Stop sign put up for Varsho, and it's put back in quickly by Carlson in left, and no need to risk it with Varsho. They have the tying run on now.
Well, we got a chance.
Clemens in only one out.
Yeah, good stop sign from Carlos Fablis. That run is essentially meaningless right now. Especially with
Then
one
over
out in
200
this inning,
likes.
you don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk
Subscribe.
getting thrown out at home plate. Now you have to try to get Ernie Clement to second base somehow, still with one out in this inning.
It's going to be a new hitter now for the Blue Jays as well, so Drew French comes down to the hill. One thing we had talked about, when Tony Manzolino decided to make that pitching change, taking Keegan Aiken out and bringing in a righty in Cano, that opened up for John Schneider to bring in Loper Fito to hit for Miles Straw. Now, the Blue Jays were going to have that platoon advantage one way or another, but Loper Fito probably seen as more of an offense-first player than Miles Straw, who's more of a defense-first player. So the Blue Jays here get to bring in Loper Fito, and he is the winning run in this game.
Yeah, I like this matchup here. Cano doesn't strike out a bunch of guys. Yes, he's got good stuff. The fastball's in the mid-90s.
All that shit up there.
But for some reason, you look at the stuff, you look at the package, he doesn't strike out as many guys as you'd think. So it's going to give Loper Fito a chance to get the barrel to the baseball and see what he can do. Hopefully he hits something in a gap here.
Loper Fito has faced him once, and he had a single off Yenier Cano in his lone at bat. First and third, one out. Bottom of the ninth, for the Orioles in the pitch. Ball strike on the inside corner. Sinker at 96, 0-1. The 0-1. In the dirt, check swing by Loper Fito. Ball and a strike. Joey Loper Fito has 7 career home runs. One of them came in the bottom of the 9 last year as the Blue Jay hit a game-tying homer off of Roansy Contreras on the Angels. 1-1. Hit on the ground right side. And threw into right field. Going to score. Stumbling around the third, Ernie Clement. It's a 1-run game, and the tying run on third after an RBI single by Joey Loper Fito.
How about that hit from Joey Loper Fito? Didn't hit it hard, but was able to find the hole on the right side of the infield. Jackson Holliday did everything he could to try to stop that ball from going into the outfield. Ernie Clement ending up at third base now, the tying run in this ball game. What a swing, staying on that tough split finger. Corner run from third base.
Blue Jays a pitch away potentially from winning it, but so are the Orioles. Double play still in order. First and third, one out. The pitch to Andres Jimenez. Outside, ball 1. Jimenez is 0 for 3. He's hit it on the ground all 3 times. And you have a sinker baller in Cano who gets a lot of that weak contact on the ground. Got to do anything you can to lift it if you're Jimenez. A fly ball ties the game. Loper Fito on first, Clement on third. And the 1-0. Foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Jays trail 4-3. The 1-1. Line, and throwing to left. Andres Jimenez delivers, and Loper Fito's at second as the game-winning run. 4-4 at the bottom of the 9.
I love them Blue Jays, baby. Hate Toronto. Fucking love them Blue Jays.
They might get knocked down to the mat once or twice, but they are never out of a game. And now, George Springer set up with a chance to win it. 4-4, first and second with 1 out the bottom of the 9.
Gunnar Henderson was shaded up the middle. And Andres Jimenez took that tough sinker on the outside part at 96 miles an hour and just hit it through that big hole. What a swing from him.
Now the Nathan Lucas roll closer to second in between second and third. And now Springer up. The pitch. Foul back 0-1. George Springer, career 2 for 5 against Yenyer Cano. A single to the outfield with Loperfino's speed could win it for the Blue Jays. Cano set, standing tall, looks to second. And the 0-1. Rolled over foul, right to Carlos Fablis, the third base coach. It's 0-2. Doesn't look like George Springer wants to hit a single in this situation. No, but a single is all he needs. And an 0-2 ball, the pitch from Cano. Grounding foul again, third base side. 0-2, still the count. The pitch from Cano. Outside, check swing by Springer. Had to use all of his body to hold up on that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's a tough take. That slider looks exactly like a fastball out of the hands, and it takes a quick left turn as it gets to the dirt.
1-2. Fouled off. Is that catcher's interference? It is. Springer down to first. Up to third goes Loperfino. And to second, Andres Jimenez. The bases are loaded. Basayo put his hand in the cookie jar there. And now the tying run, the winning run. 90 feet away with only 1 out.
And I'm assuming that the Baltimore Orioles will bring the infield in, so that gives Alejandro Kirk a really nice chance to get a base hit here, lift something to the outfield. It actually looks like the outfield is coming in as well.
Middle infielders a little further back, chance to turn 2 if it's on the ground, but it's bases loaded, 1 out, 4-4 in the bottom of the 9th, and over 42,000 on their feet in Toronto. Cano's pitch. They foul to the right, 0-1.
I think the reason why the Baltimore Orioles aren't bringing that infield all the way in is because Alejandro Kirk is such a strong double play candidate.
Yeah, you want to give yourself room to cut down a ground ball in some open spaces. 0-1 pitch. Lifted to left center. Going to tag at third, Loperfino. Hauser back underneath. He makes the grab. Here comes Loperfino. The throw in second. And the Blue Jays win. Alejandro Kirk, the hero. Walk-off, jack fly, and a 3-run bottom of the 9th.
Blue Jays just walked it off. Blue Jays just came back in the 9th and just walked it off in the 9th. They just won it in the 9th with a walk-off sacrifice fly. Yeah.
Once again, a great day to be a Toronto Blue Jay. On comeback, walk-off win. They never led in the game until it was over, but they also never quit, scoring 1 in the 8th and 3 in the 9th to come back from multiple 2-run leads.
What an incredible ball game, especially against a really tough pitcher like Keegan Aiken, a tough pitcher like Yenyer Cano. They're just never finished. They're never out of it. What a ball game. This is a really fun ball game.
Blue Jays win it 5-4. We will take a quick step aside. When we come back, we'll wrap it up and get you over to a series recognition of Blue Jays Talk. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Paramount Control Center, streaming on the Sportsnet app and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
This is CFAC, Sportsnet 960 The Fan, broadcasting from the Groundwork Studios downtown Calgary, the official home of the Calgary Flames, a Rogers Sports and Media radio station. Every Sunday starts with the Rose Report.
Oh, hi, friends. It's Matty Rose. Join us at 12:30 every weekday morning for a full recap on all of last night's highlights, lowlights. We'll get you caught up, and we'll try to have a laugh along the way.
It's the Rose Report, brought to you by Motorworks. Servicing your BMW and Mini. Always meeting or beating the
See you on Monday.
state-of-the-art facility on 51st Ave and 3rd Street Southeast.
Is your home ready for anything?
Oh, fuck, that was a hell of a fucking game.
Ninja, Calgary's Southeast HVAC pros. Right now, get our furnace
Tell
and
me
AC
this
service
one
at
will
retail
over there
prices.
as a grinning man.
Boost efficiency and keep
No
the
shit.
year
Like, you want to stay. Like, fuck.
No surprises. Stop today at heatingninja.com and let your comfort be our mission. Contact us today for a free estimate.
The new country, right by the mailbox. Just right there. Just around the corner.
Just go behind the grocery store.
Yeah. Just right there, you'll see it.
Okay.
The second house. We'll go there. Wait for that one and shop there.
Sounds good. I guess the fucking kids were playing in the fresh concrete yesterday. Fuck to punch your concrete up. Really, really badly? Oh yeah, he did that shit. Holy fuck! I guess that's parallel parking these days. Okay, which of these do you think it is? That's nice. And right there, there's two pieces. Now that is ripping up brand new concrete. And you can tell what's wrong with this one. Well, they didn't finish it on the top. I really don't care. Fuck. Really just don't fucking care. There's one more up there. You can see where all the fucking concrete's up on top of the sidewalk there. My truck makes her back, we will get after it. Oh damn. Hey, big fat Tony. Appreciate it again. Yeah, she's an all day type thing. Oh, appreciate the super chat, man. I think it's gonna be beers with that one. There's a liquor store, like right there. Like I could walk to it in like a minute and a half. I went there last Friday and Saturday. So, hey Antoinette, you're back again. Oh, appreciate any super chats or anything. You're always for beer and coffee, guys. It's really the only thing I need. Oh, fuck, I'm getting tired though. Another hour and I'm just gonna go pass out. Have a shower, have a beer, get to bed. What flag is that? Poland? Yeah, almost there. Just keep telling myself it's all overtime. It's all overtime. But that's where we were last week. It's all got brand new concrete in it now. Or maybe, that might have been Monday or Tuesday. Oh shit, I've almost been live for 2 hours here. Freaking wow. Get to relax for a bit here. Oh, one more load and get the fuck out of here. Tomorrow's a day off. Gotta rest on Sundays, but other than that, get after it. Make that money so I can take lots of time off instead of just a day here or a day there. Take a month off and freaking go holiday. That's more my plan. Oh. Well, guys, I think I'm going to cut the live here. Almost got 2 hours straight. Fucking probably already through half my data already. Oh, it always is. It's worth it the day when they're like, there's no more work. That's the day when it was all worth it. I don't even look at the bank account anymore. Any money, I just let it build. Right on, guys. Well, I will see you possibly again in a bit. Thanks, Antoinette. You have a good weekend too. Like and subscribe.